So basically, when you come into that program and you are ready to take over a football program, you are ready to come into a football program, and you want to transition that program, you want to get off on a good start. You know, I came to prep, and the gentleman that was there before me had a tremendous run there. He did a great job, but more importantly, I think the number one thing we do as a coach is how we connect with the kids. And he had a great relationship with the kids. He's a fine coach, okay? And when I came in that transition, you know, I knew one of the first things that those kids needed to understand is, you know, is he going to care about me like my previous coach did? And that's so important because, you know, the old phrase is, you know, they don't care what you know until they know that you care. And I think it was important for our kids to meet our coaches and spend time with us. And then we explained to him, hey, he was a young, dynamic guy. I'm old. We're not going to be the same. But that doesn't mean we're not going to have a great relationship. That doesn't mean we're not going to coach. It's just going to be different. All right? So when we came in, we had to do that right away. And we assessed the current program, and we introduced the new. That was our big message. I was not overly worried about scheme. Heck, I've been coaching Oakland County for 20-some years. Kids can find us on it and see what we're about schematically. Okay? Those kids needed to know who I was, and those kids needed to know who my assistant coaches were, and that we gave a hidey-ho who they were as people. And then we had to install the base components of the program, and then we had to start to build for the future. Okay? This is the 45-day transition plan. I'm going to take you through this, and we'll call it good for the night. All right? The first thing is you need to assess the program. Identify the strengths and the weaknesses of the current football program. Key areas: academics, athletics, staff, the heartbeat of your program, the financial resources of the program, and the youth program. Questions that need to be answered. What are the core fundamental needs of the program? Our core fundamental needs of the program at Notre Dame Prep is our kids were hurt. Our kids needed to heal. Our kids needed to know they were going to have somebody, okay? And I thought that was huge. Okay, I thought that was huge. Another core fundamental need in our program is we'd like the numbers to rise from, we're a smaller school, we have 800 kids. We need our numbers to be around 100. We need to raise those. What is the current state of the football staff? I had guys coming in talking to me, good guys. I couldn't wait to hire them. How many athletes do we have in the program? What is the perception of the football program? Go watch your kids in school. Go watch your football kids eat in school, how they act with each other. Look at yearbooks. Talk to former coaches. Here's one of my favorite ones right here. Okay? Listen to key teachers. When I met the Milford, bless her heart, Maya Kemp, she is a science guru. She is the AP Chem teacher, AP whatever teacher. She is as smart of a woman as I've ever met, or as a person I've ever met. She taught AP chemistry. I went into Milford, and she has no knowledge of football. And I said, Miss Kemp, what do you think of our football kids? She goes, they don't study very much, and they want to come up and beg for grades. So quite frankly, Coach, they're lazy, and they want something for nothing. And that pretty much defined our kids. She hit it right on the head. All right, you want to interview former players. Talk to the kids that are leaving, that are graduating. They'll tell you. Have a meeting with key players and parents. Not always great athletes, but great people. Get some help. Ask your AD, the teaching staff, all right, which kids you want in. Run a combine and assess the current physical ability of your kids. What do you got? Have a players meeting. When we talked about our players meeting, we talk to them and we go recruit our students. We advertise the meeting. We do it on PA like television. We do it on signs in the school. We announce it. Twitter. The one that's huge now is Huddle. Text those kids directly. Post it in the high school and the middle schools. Use local merchants. Put your signs up for your players meeting everywhere. Okay? Identify key kids. find them and invite them personally, especially former players who had dropped, skilled athletes of other sports, and youth league legends. Go talk to those kids. One of my favorite things when we do a players meeting, I like to go put signs up. Make them on the computer, make them color, maybe go up to Kinko's or whatever it's called, CopyMax, and make them nice. And put them up in local restaurants if they'll let you. Your kids will never see them, but it starts to create a buzz within your community. I think that's important. All right, don't be afraid when you have, I think you got to have a parents meeting. You want to meet them, take out an advertisement in the local newspaper. Most people will do it for free. When I was in Ann Arbor, they had a radio station that would interview me, and it helped. Go ask the local merchants to use their marquees. What a great thing. I can remember when I came back to Milford in 2011, we had a sign up that said, 8th grade organizational meeting. We put them on like 4 marquees in town. And you know what? Maybe some of our kids see it. Maybe some of them don't. But people are talking football. It's promoting your program. Make sure you get positive parent leaders in the room. You're always going to have the guy. I can remember when I went to Milford or Berkeley, I was 24 years old. I had just turned 24. I'd been at Brandon, and I had some guy in the room raise his hand at the end, ask any questions. He goes, "How old are you?" And I said, "I'm 24." And he goes, "I got shoes older than you." And I looked him directly into the face, and I said, "You need to shop more." Okay? I really needed a few more friendlies in the place that night. When you have your player and parents meeting, you need to set the tempo of your program. You need to do that. You need to communicate your philosophy. That will be the backbone of your program. You need to communicate your expectations and your goals, express great leadership skills, and be dynamic. You cannot fall down on your face and be unprepared when you go talk to the parents. You need to own the room. It needs to be your time. When they leave that room, they better say 3 things. "Wow, that's our guy." And then you're hoping that they're saying, "I can't wait to get home and tell my son we got the real deal." All right? You got to express leadership skills. Outline how you communicate with parents. See, here's how parents communicate with you. They find your phone number and they call you whenever they want. Okay? You need to talk to them about some things. Okay? You need to talk to them about some things. Number one, I don't want to talk to you about playing time unless your son talks to me first. If he talks to me first and he's not happy, then you talk to me. Okay? I tell our parents, I don't text you over playing time. If you need to know the time of a meeting, you can text me. If you need to know what time the bus leaves, text me. Email me. But if it's something that's a big deal, okay, you need to come see me. We need to meet. Because here's the deal. If you're going to type me an email that's 4 pages long, we need to meet. It's amazing. Parents aren't so brave and they're not so courageous when they come in and talk to you. What they are is they're a whole lot more respectful. And you want to have that relationship with them. You want to deal with them from a position of respect. Okay? Because once they send that nasty email to you, that's done. And you deal with them in a different way. All right, you want to review the upcoming calendar and the off-season program. One time, when I took back the job at Milford, I was kind of crusty my first time around, so my reputation was out there. And the person that followed me at Milford, he was a fine gentleman, good guy, one of my best friends. He's my current offensive coordinator, and he was a gentleman. And the parents weren't always nice to him. So I told them at the opening meeting, and I don't recommend this for any young coach, but if you've been around for a while and you got a strong reputation, sometimes the parents need to hear it, and we tell them, the number one thing you want to see your son do is play. And if he's on a 4-5 or 5-4 team, or if he's on a state championship team, it doesn't matter to you. It matters to you, but it doesn't matter as much to you as it does to me, because I am here to win championships. You want to see your son play. So understand that when I'm coaching, I'm trying to win games, and when you're cheering for your son to get in the game. Therefore, from this point on, understand we are in an adversarial relationship, and that we will treat each other professionally, but we will not always agree with each other. And I think there was like 80 parents that sat there with their mouth open because they'd never been told that before. But at the end of the day, you don't need to tell them that, but you need to know that. Okay? The last thing is you make sure that the head football coach speaks for your program. You speak for your program. You and I do. Not an assistant coach who thinks he does. You and I do. All right? Outline the communication process. You speak for the program. The most important things we do. Start your workout program. What we do is we start our platoon program. We want to build strength, speed, and work ethic. We had a good summer with that. And we started working with our skill kids. You know, our quarterbacks, working on fundamentals. I got a great young man. I think he's awesome. And then we started working with our quarterbacks and our X's and our Y's, and then our quarterbacks and our backfield guys. If you got time, work big man agilities. 2 weeks of defense, 2 weeks of offensive line. When school gets out, 7-on-7s. Get your base offense in and get your base coverage. And we're a robber coverage team. We in passing league, we almost play all robber coverage.